Good morning, boys and girls. It is I, your good friend, North Sentinel Island. And today we're beginning our glorious campaign to destroy both the Polish, the Romanians, and the evil Czechoslovakian Republic at pretty much the same time. There's no reason why, at least at this present moment, why I don't think we will ultimately prevail. My slight main worry, of course, is to protect Berlin. And I don't really want to I don't really want to be a thorn on the side of the Soviet Union, but I am going to call the Soviets in to help me out against these pesky, Poles. Just to keep them back. They will accept nothing. They won't accept this thing, well, because they hate me. Yeah, they have dangerous borders. So they won't join my war. Which is a shame, you know? Wonder if anyone else would like to join in with some fun, but regardless, that's just more land for me. My main thing, of course, is to hopefully just beat these people off. As you see, we have the Empire of Japan is called our enemy, but we're already at war with them, so I'm not that entirely that concerned. And these men are obviously, well, doing something. They're gonna go down there for some reason. I don't really care as long as they're ultimately... They're doing claims on Poland, which is good, because I want them to attack Poland for me. They won't, though, do this. Which is a shame, because, you know, they could, probably actually help themselves with some of the better bits, you know? And I'm just thinking about giving Modal, these fellas down here, some sort of offensive goal. Mainly just... No, I don't want I want an offensive line. And just do that. And feel free to execute it when you're ready. Meanwhile... Kluga. You're gonna also have an offensive line. Just go down there for now. Feel free to execute that at your leisure as well. So at least this way, my main goal obviously is for them not to, bother hurting Berlin. And I'm also slightly concerned, of course, that a lot of my troops seem to be taking a leisurely route to... Well, it's only been a couple days and they're already... Berlin's gonna be saved. So I'm not that worried about that at the present moment. Ultimately, we're going to prevail in the long run. I would just prefer that to be in such a situation that go over there for now. Just avoid that crap. Got a Gebirgs unit. We could go down there because they like Gebirgs units. Right. Yep. Anyone else? No. I mean, you could pretty much say goodbye to Königsberg, but which upsets me. But you have to lose money to make money sometimes. And that's just the way the world works. I mean, these people still don't want to join my war. You know, they're not going to respect my call to arms, which is a shame. I wonder if anyone else was willing to join my call of arms. Like my good friends, the This is apparently Spain, which upsets me. They're still in my faction. And they hate my guts. Stuff like that's upsetting to me. For obvious reasons. And I obviously want the bulk of these. I mean, I'm already pretty much considering Königsberg to be lost. Obviously, my men are sneaking over to such a way that maybe Berlin probably is going to be saved. We could get a little more OCD now if we wanted to. Like figuring out why they have units that aren't doing anything. And ask them politely why aren't they doing anything and why aren't they doing, say, worthwhile things like... Okay. See, a lot of these things are kind of redundant at this point. I've already considered Czechoslovakia my enemy ever since, I began trying to help out my communist brothers in that coup that I've organized. As you see here, at least casualty-wise, we're helping out their death rate. Like, we're gonna win this. So I'm not that concerned about that. I just want to try to get this done quickly. And I want to know why I have men that are running the risk, at least in this situation, like little things like this concern me. Like I want you to attack Leewitz, please. And I'm thinking about going a little bit slower just to ensure this. Especially because now I do have men at least in a situation to help out. And we need to give them some time to get their organization back together. You're not doing anything, which makes me wonder why you're not helping out with Gliewitz. Or maybe even going up a little bit north to Uphill. As we see here, our men are actually recovering pretty quickly. And at least in this immediate push, you could say we're actually doing halfway decently. We have some men here that could push up. You need to get some organization, which is fine. obviously, once I get my organization up, things will slowly turn for the better. See if we can destroy one of their cavalry units. But maybe that'll take more time than we think, you know? Well, at least here it seems like there's some crap happening. Check my supplies. Obviously plenty of everything. Might just produce another Uzi, what's it? Andromeda. We need infantry units. Ideally, they're not going to be destroyed. Here we go. You could go there. And I want, say, 10 of you. Or 12 of you. There we go. Nice little block. At least this way, if worse comes to worse, we have some forces to essentially bully him around with. You could say bye-bye to Königsberg, which is sad, but we'll be back. Increase time slightly. As we see here, at least we're doing what we can. You're gonna attack. Basically, we're just scouring the lines, finding strategic places to do our thing. Like, I am really upset some of them are just sort of taking a little bit more time to... I see no reason why we can't destroy this salient right now. There we go. Force these people back. If you can't make it, just break it off. I thought that Gleeritz thing was just... Let's break it off for the time being. We'll be back soon enough. Obviously, we're getting better. And the day's slowly moving on. Obviously, we're up to in the long run. Yeah, they're getting bled out. And a lot of it's just kicking back, relaxing. acknowledging that some of my troops, well, they went from one side of Germany to the other side in a matter of a week. And for that, it's just going to be a little bit of time. Hopefully this front's going to be stabilized. I don't want the Soviets to devote too much time over here. Just enough to keep them busy so that way I could ultimately get more war score. But mainly too, I don't want them to be in a situation where... Because ultimately after this, I'm going to definitely be in a situation to help them out far more. Simply because, well, I'll have an open border with them, which will allow me to, in turn, like, help them out with stuff, including bringing land forces to their big fight with Japan. Go ahead and attack Leewitz again. Ultimately, I don't want this just to be a freaking... You guys are pretty much good, so you could attack. Overall, I'm just generally upset when my forces, if they have the ability to attack, that they're not attacking. Seems like at least here we're making some inroads, especially in the south. Okay, they called in Poland, which means that we finally got the help that we do need. But that, of course, also unfortunately means we need to be slightly more strategic when it comes to these peace deals. We need to make sure we get the choice provinces and the Soviets don't, just in case communism, our socialist brothers, unfortunately, aren't, helpful, at least in that aspect. Romania is slightly down. And this is pretty much what war's like in real life. You have a fuel gauge, 60 days, and generals look at maps with large numbers and numbers on them. And, they launch attacks at places, and they'll show like 95, but the generals wonder why. Ultimately, with these scores, weren't provinces being overrun and stuff like that. And that's sort of the problems, with Houstron. We don't really have to worry about you. We actually, at least in this aspect, we're able to push back quite a lot, actually. We're obviously focusing quite a lot on this front over here, pushing them back actually quite well. We are steamrolling them. Not steamrolling them. Poland's at 18,000 now. It's not what I actually like to see. I just want more death quicker. Why can't you attack up that way towards Krakow? You can't go up there. I mean, it's like little things like this I don't understand. You can go up that way. Forum department. Okay, good. We have some friends that went to Hinterpommern to help fight on my side. Which is nice of them, you know? And, well, what did we do? Oh, yeah, we did a forum department. We could do an enemy cipher. We could do a capture a cipher. Now, we can make resistance contacts. Do it here. Burrow Bizin. Scorzani obviously did great. And Mr. Lang, obviously. That should do a legit check. It says we're not. And this is 25 decryption power per day. And we could obviously do Japan. Good. That's the stuff what I like to see. Going over to Posen, which is good. Space. Trying to. People talk about the Posen speeches with Himmler. The only thing, of course, is that what they don't tell you is that 90% of it, it's the most boring. If you like. Besides that one part of it where it's famous, it's otherwise probably the most boring thing that you could ever read in your entire life. Remember, the entire speech itself was like 3 hours long, and it's just confusing and boring. And I'm reading it for no reason, because otherwise I don't have a life. I'd like it in this present moment to be able to tackle and attack these Polish troops better. Obviously, we're pushing into Romania slowly and surely. pretty much, you hear people say the AI in this game is bad. I'm slowly beginning to believe them. Every single day I believe them. Especially, obviously, if you give them absolutely no time to plan an attack like I did. And a lot of your ideas involve, well, yeah, to the AI's credit, I did order all my troops from one side of the map to the other and gave them no time to adjust, and then ordered them directly into combat. We need planes in Western Poland, which is fine. Figure out where we can put them. You're standing by, which is, at this point, insulting. Geschwader, Western Poland. Schnellkampfgeschwader, Western Poland, please. What are you guys doing? You're all in Western Poland, which is good. What are you guys doing? You're doing nothing. Besides, now you're going to Brandenburg like I want you to. Now we're up to 21% war support, which is good. Good, we got another ace pilot. Wonder if my troops were ready for... Yeah. You know what you're gonna do, Kampfschulgeschwader, right? Kill Poles. You're going to kill Poles. And you're gonna kill Poles, okay? Thank you. How are we doing over here? We're for socialist friends. We're good. We're for socialist friends. We're attacking in areas where we probably shouldn't be attacking. Good. You. Yeah. You know what? This war is... Yeah, these areas is probably not the best bet. Pull out. Pull out. We'll do what we're supposed to do. We're gonna do what we're supposed to do. Why aren't my troops attacking where I want them to attack? This is why I hire aggressive generals, because they're theoretically supposed to, like, fustigate people. Okay, we're pushing into Posen. Good. You know what? I'm gonna pause. Some of these things maybe aren't exactly where I want them to be. Alright. I'm gonna think of this as like a timeout. Kluga. I I am going to be giving you a I don't want to give you a performance improvement plan, but this is your front, okay, and your offensive line is there, and I want you to execute that. Sounds strange, but I just want a little bit more concentration, and I want my troops to be vicious, uncompromising, and horrid, and kind and nice towards socialists, but cruel and unforgiving to non-socialists. Offensive line, because, well, we're communists in this playthrough. If I was playing capitalists or Democrats, would say other things. But Hauser, who's this guy? Yeah, you're Hauser. You're special, alright? How do I unseparate you? Yeah, you're gonna be in an army group by yourself. Obviously, the only one I have is Rundstedt, also known as the oldest general in the German army. You're gonna be my Czechoslovakia guy, alright? And Mr. Hauser, you're gonna have like a main thing of just capture Prague and end this war. Thank you. And obviously execute when you're ready. So there we go. Obviously, until people get their act together, we're going to have to be forcing some people to attack manually, such as cutting off this nice little juicy pocket, which will be nice. We have you could go over there. Keep pressure up, please. There we go. And I see why you guys can't attack either. So that's what we're doing. And I'm just going to end the recording now. Feel free to like, subscribe, visit me on my website, evilsexoffender.com, and I'll be